Hey, from Shenandoah.
So this right here is the Hairy Bird Visitor Center, and there's so much parking here. It is awesome. I was just inside. I spoke to Ranger, got some information on the trails I'm going to do today. If I can really hike today. The weather is big gray. It is super windy. But yeah, so the hike I'm going to do today is the Dark Hollow Falls and Big Meadows Loop. It's about 6 miles round trip, probably about 1,300 feet in elevation. And it's probably one of the more popular hikes here in Shenandoah. And there's the meadow out there where I'll be coming up out of the trees. That'll be really cool later. I don't know if this camera can pick it up very well, but it has this really interesting shade of red out in the meadow. Great place to look at all wildlife, which you can do also in the visitor center. Alright, so there's the post for the Story of the Forest Trail, and now I cross Skyline Drive to access the Dark Hollow Falls parking area. There's a lot of parking space here, and I have been here where this is completely full, like over 100% capacity. It's wild. Dark Hollow Falls. I started up here at the visitor center, and then I'm going to go down this trail to the falls. Just doing this alone, it says here 1.4 mile round trip, a little over an hour time, 440 feet of elevation change. Definitely a steep trail. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue down the falls and then come up this way. And this is kind of what I hope to accomplish. Down the falls here, Dark Hollow, and then come up the Rose River Stony Mountain Trail, and then the Fire Road. This is supposed to be a nice gradual ascent, so I'm looking forward to that. I think it's about 1,300 feet of elevation change total. Probably about 3 hours time. Wow, look at that pretty tree right there. Look at that swirly trunk. Just before you get to the falls, one of my favorite spots on this trail is right here in this confluence area, with the creek that comes trickling down or cascading down, and this other creek that comes from this direction. And they meet up right here, and there's a little pool you can splash in, and there's some really cool rocks right here you can walk around on. Very nice. Alright, so I'm coming down to the junction with the fire roads. Got a nice trail marker right here. Very cool. Okay, Big Meadows 1.8, yep. Alright. Now I believe I want to go this way, cross it. Here's one last look at the bottom of Dark Hollow Falls. Okay, so after Dark Hollow Falls and the Fire Road Junction, it's all downhill, and then you meet the Stony Man Trail, which is what I'm on right now, or the Stony Mountain Trail, and you come up this hill, and looks like it continues up the mountain. So I'm gonna go for that. What I wanted to show off is this right here. Not sure what it is, but very interesting. Very brittle too. Views are not too bad either. Definitely good as a winter hike. And I can see the visitor center just up in the distance. Okay, now there's no real path you got to take from the fire road here through the meadow back to the visitor center. You just kind of forge your own, and that's what I'm going to do right now. All right, welcome to Big Meadows. Since I'm kind of forging my own path, this is definitely going to be over 6.2 miles. Alright, so all in all, with the meander through the meadow, everything I did, about 6.5. Alright, so I might have a chance at a good sunset here. The clouds are somewhat gray and somewhat white. Maybe they'll clear, I don't know. This is basically the west entrance, or southern entrance to Skyland. The trailhead that I'm going to do is right across the street right there, and it's called Miller's Head. The sign right there says 0.8 miles one way, and sometimes they close this area, and there's a horse stable down the road that you can alternatively park at. I think it adds about half a mile of a climb. I think about 450 feet of elevation change. And you can see here I marked up the map a little bit. Skyland is pretty much in the central area of the national park. And yeah, I'm gonna do this trail right here to hopefully get a good sunset, Miller's Head. All right, so what does this say? Bushy top. Okay, so it looks like there's actually another viewpoint, just 0.2 in. Okay. A little lake down there too. Down there is the town of Luray. Definitely is a rocky trek. Okay, so the descent was a lot worse than I thought it was, and it's not gonna be so fun going back up. Looks like an old fire watch tower or something like that. Oh, now this is a view. Looks like the trail goes even a little bit further down to that rock spot right there. That's nice. And you can even see it being winter. I came from that mountaintop right there. That